Hi, this is Trey Pastor, and welcome to my film series review, Volume 5, actually, Volume 5. This is a new film series I'm starting, okay? And this series, a clue to this film series review, what this film series review is, would be look at my shirt. Okay, that would be a clue. Okay, that, you can see the back. Hold on. You can see the back, I don't know if you, okay, there we go. Specifically, the front, okay? Okay, if you didn't guess by then, of course, it's the Back to the Future trilogy. Okay, the first movie I'm reviewing, of course, is Back to the Future. The first one that came out in 1985. And, of course, this movie stars Michael J. Fox, of course, and Christopher Lloyd, Leah Thompson, and Crispin Glover, and Thomas F. Wilson. Okay, and basically this is a story of teenage Marty McFly, who gets accidentally sent back to the past. Sent not back to the future. He gets sent back to the past, 30 years back to the past. Okay, and he's friends with eccentric scientist named Doc Brown, played by Christopher Lloyd, and of course he lives with his parents, Marty, and his father's kind of a pushover, getting taken advantage by a guy he works with, who's his boss, Biff, played by Thomas F. Wilson. His mother's a drunk. His two older siblings are kind of lazy and have low-rent jobs. And Marty is trying to, of course, appear on the talent show for the school. He's a guitarist. Okay, I'd say he helps Doc Brown with his experiments. And at the same time, he's struggling with his family and stuff. And like I said, one night the doc tells him to meet him at 1:15 in the morning. He wants him to help film an experiment. And when he does that, he sees Doc explain to him that he's invented a time machine, and he actually shows him an experiment he does with his dog, where they have a DeLorean that they turned into a time machine, and he basically shows him the experiment where he sends him back into time. Okay, and of course Doc did this with the help of plutonium, stolen plutonium that he kind of hijacked from some Libyans. Sorry about that, no interruption. But anyway, like I said, he used some stolen plutonium that he got from some Libyans who thought he helped build a bomb. So basically, when he's doing in the midst of this experiment, and he's getting ready to travel to the future, these Libyans show up, of course, and they gun down Doc Brown, and Marty jumps in his time machine, and of course he goes up to 88 miles per hour, which triggers the time machine, and he travels 30 years back into the past. Okay, and of course he runs into his parents, and of course he doesn't believe it at first that he's back in time, but then he actually does believe it, and then he has to convince Doc 30 years ago, Doc, that he's traveled back in a time machine, and he has to get back to the future. And basically, of course, he interacts with his parents. And this movie is just one of the really great gems from the 80s, directed by Robert Zemeckis, and of course, produced by Steven Spielberg. And just a fun movie. Michael J. Fox is great as Marty McFly, and Christopher Lloyd is fantastic as Doc Brown. And you have great support by Leah Thompson, who plays his mom, and Crispin Glover, who plays his father, and Thomas F. Wilson plays Biff the bully. Okay, and just a really good movie about expectations and stuff, and about family, and it's just a really heartwarming movie. It really has great comedic elements in this, and just a great movie. Has a lot of heart to it, and this is actually one of the better movies that came out, for Robert Zemeckis. And anyway, this movie is fantastic, and I love the whole time travel thing, and Marty interacting with his parents and trying not to affect the future. And this absolutely fantastic movie, and great performance, like I said, by the whole cast in this. And a little backstory, which most people probably already know, that of course Michael J. Fox wasn't the original Marty McFly. Okay, Eric Stoltz was the original Marty McFly. He was cast, and they shot about 5 weeks worth of footage, and they were reviewing it, and they had, I think, about a certain time to make this movie, and if they didn't make it, according to the behind-the-scenes commentary, Robert Zemeckis said the studio was going to pull the plug on it. Okay, but after they filmed it, and they noticed that they wanted the movie to have a little bit more comedic edge to it, and they thought Eric Stoltz just wasn't working as with his he was a more serious actor, and so they of course they let him go and they hired Michael J. Fox, who filmed I think at night. He filmed most of his scenes at night because I think in the daytime he was filming Family Ties back then. So, but of course, and the rest is history. And this is a really fun ride. And Back to the Future, I've seen the ride. I've been on the ride in Florida, and it's a great movie. And I even have the car somewhere in my massive things. The little Back to the Future car, I have that somewhere. And of course, I love my flux capacitor shirt that I got from Carl J. Perry, or Paul Perry, as a lot of people may know him now. Okay, and it's a great movie, fantastic movie, Back to the Future. Okay, there's the back. I love that. Back to the Future. Anyway, of course, so next week I'll be reviewing, of course, the second movie. Okay, and this is a trilogy, so I'll be reviewing Back to the Future 2. Okay, so anyway, let me know what you think of Back to the Future. Like I said, I'll give this a 9 out of 10. Just a fantastic movie, fun movie. I love the way things kind of match up and stuff, and things that happen in the present affect the past and vice versa. And I love the way the movie ends. It's just a fantastic ride and great comedic sensibilities and with a lot of heart and stuff. And Michael J. Fox is just perfect in this. Him and Christopher Lloyd, great chemistry. I think again, great support by Leah Thompson, Crispin Glover, and Thomas F. Wilson. Definitely worth seeing and owning it, of course, his trilogy, of course. Okay, so anyway, let me know what you think of Back to the Future. Feel free to leave comments down below. And this is Trey Pastor saying so long and take care.